Hey guys, welcome to your next video. This one is on finding percent of your budget. So you're going to write all of this down. You do not have this, so you must write this entire question down, okay? So if you come to class without this question written down, then all your work is essentially pointless.
So this is a multi-step equation, okay?
And it can get kind of difficult when you have multi-step. So we're going to use UPS check strategies today. It's only one question we're doing. So if you look here first, we have, like I said at the when I was reading the question, earns $800 and then each year right here. So first we're going to convert working a part-time job. She wants to save a total of $2,400 or $2,400 for college over a 1-year period. So you see those are two different times. So what percentage of Jessica's total monthly budget should go to her college savings to meet her goal? Okay. So it is important that you know how many months. We're going to do this way. First of all, what do we need to find? We need to find the percentage. Okay. So that's our first step, right? But there's, like I said, there's two steps, right? So then we have to use Jessica's monthly part budget over whole equals percent over 100 to figure out for savings. Percent of our total budget. What is our plan? So this is a multi-step equation, okay? And it can get kind of difficult when you have multi-step equations, knowing what to do first. Now let's go into solving. So if you look here first, we have, like I said, we had to convert the question. We have months right here and then a year right here. Monthly amount. So first we're going to convert, if it's $2,400, the $2,400, what would it be for 1 month? So when I say convert, a lot of us use the one box for just about everything. You could do that with this too. It could still work. So you'd set up a proportion if you'd like to so it is important that you know how many months we're dealing with. If you don't know that, it's 12. In years, I just gave you the answer. It's 12. Okay. So that's our first step, right? But there's, like I said, there's two steps, right? We're dealing with we have to use part over whole equals percent over 100 to figure out percent of total budget. All right, so that's our plan. Now let's go into solving it. Okay, so if we know it's $2,400 for 12 months, what would it be for 1 month? That's what I'm trying to figure it out. So if you see the way I just wrote that, it's essentially it's just like using the one box, right? So you could do it. You could do the one box. You could set it up this way. If you set up the one box, you would have dollars in months. Okay, so we'd look at it like this, and we'd do dollars. We'd have $2,400 for 12 months. What would the dollar amount be for 1 month? So you know you just have to divide those two numbers. So let's go ahead and divide those two numbers and see what we get. Ignore this scribble scrabble here. Mr. Browse always makes mistakes. Okay, so we have $2,400 and we have 12 months to earn that. So we're going to divide these numbers. So 12 goes into 24 2 times. Okay, so remember when you're dividing, this is a mistake I see a lot. You go based on that last number. So 12 doesn't go into 2, so that'd be as nothing. And 12 goes into 24 2 times, and that'd be 24, right? Okay, and then that's 0. So now you still have to add your 2 zeros. So this would be 200 right here. So $200 a month that she has to save, okay? So if she has to save $200 every single month, now we're going to have to try to figure out what percent of her entire budget is that. So this is where we go back to part over whole. You know, anytime you see percent, you go part over whole equals percent over 100, okay? So what's our part, what's our whole? So generally speaking, your part will be the number that's not the entire budget, I guess the only way to say it. So we have part over whole equals percent over 100. Your part is going to be 200. Your whole is going to be 800 because that's her total budget. And we need to figure out what percentage is, and it's always over 100. So you're going to cross multiply, and 200 times 100, we'll just add the zeros on, and that's 20,000. And we're going to divide that by 800, okay? Baseball bat and baseball. Now we divide by 800. Zoom in a little here. So here's a mistake I see quite often in Mr. Browse's class. So when you're dividing 800 into 20,000, that's a lot of zeros and it can get confusing. Does 800 go into 2? No. So does 800 go into 20? No. Does 800 go into 200? No. Does 800 go into 2,000? Yes. This is where, right above this zero, is where you're going to start with your dividing. Okay, that's where you're going to put your number. So 800 goes into 2,000 2 times, and that would be 1,600. Okay, so we are left with 400 now, and we're going to put another 0 down here. 800 goes into 4,000 5 times. Okay, so your answer is 25%. So 25% of her budget is going to college savings every month. Okay, now to check our work, let's check our work here. If we put our whole as 800, our part as blank, our percent as 25, and over 100, I want you to check your work in your notebook right now and have that in there for us tomorrow when we check your notes. Thanks, guys.